Hi, I'm Paddycake, and this is my best friend, Brent. We've been besties for a while now, and one of the things we bonded over was our shared love of Madlibs. On Christmas a few years ago, Brent pitched the idea to me to create a show where we use AI art to accentuate the humor of Madlibs. 3 weeks later, we started filming, and we haven't stopped since. Through this project, we hope to share our weird humor and to highlight both the unexpected beauty and complete absurdity of AI-generated art. Welcome to MidJourney Madlibs. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. And with me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you doing tonight?
I'm rocking it. Yes.
That's good to hear. All right, well, we're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works. We send each other Mad Libs. We send each other the answers to go into those Mad Libs. We then take those sentences. We run them through MidJourney. We create a series of art. We get together. We share it with each other, and we laugh. And that's the show, and we hope you like it. And if you do like it, look down below the video. There's a button just for you. It's a thumbs up button. That just means you like the video. And if you're clicking on that button, you can go right next to it, and you can click on the subscribe button. It's a big red button that has subscribe written on it. If you're going to do that, look at that bell and click on the notification bell. That lets you know when new videos are posted to the channel. That way you won't ever miss anything. And also, if you look in the description of the video, there's links to a bunch of social media. But the one that's really important is the Discord. We would really love if people would come and join our Discord so they can chat with us and we can talk about AI art and movies and TV shows and all kinds of stuff. I'm first tonight, and I have a great Mad Lib called Breakup Soliloquy. And it's in the style of Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel Basquiat was born on December 22nd, 1960 in Park Slope, Brooklyn, New York. His mother instilled a love for art in him by taking him to local art museums and enrolling him as a junior member of the Brooklyn Museum of Art. She encouraged her son's artistic talent, and he often tried to draw his favorite cartoons. In 1968, his parents separated, and he and his siblings were raised by his father. His mother was admitted to a psychiatric hospital when he was 10 and spent the rest of her life in and out of institutions. Basquiat attended Edward R. Murrow High School, where he struggled to deal with his mother's instability and rebelled as a teenager. He ran away from home at 15 when his father caught him smoking pot in his room. In the 10th grade, he enrolled at City as School, an alternative high school in Manhattan, home to many artistic students who found conventional schooling difficult. He would skip school with his friends but still received encouragement from his teachers and began to write and illustrate for the school newspaper. He developed the character Samo to endorse a faux religion. The saying Samo had started as a private joke between Basquiat and his schoolmate Al Diaz as an abbreviation for the phrase same old shit. In May of 1978, Basquiat and Diaz began spray painting graffiti on buildings in Lower Manhattan. Working under the pseudonym Samo, they inscribed poetic and satirical advertising slogans such as Samo as an alternative to God. In June 1978, Basquiat was expelled from City School for pieing the principal, and at 17 his father kicked him out of the house when he decided to drop out of school. The graffiti had started getting noticed, however. On December 11, 1978, the Village Voice published an article about the Samo graffiti. Basquiat explored several avenues of expression in the late 70s. He was part of the noise rock band named Grey, created and sold unique postcards, one of which he actually sold to Andy Warhol, and created a unique clothing line of upscaled and painted garments which were sold in a high-end boutique in the East Village. Basquiat sold his first painting, Cadillac Moon, to Debbie Harry, lead singer of the punk rock band Blondie, for $200. He also appeared as the disc jockey in the 1981 Blondie music video, Rapture. In November of 1982, Basquiat's solo exhibition opened in the Fun Gallery in the East Village. Among the works exhibited were A Panel of Experts and Equals Pi. In early December 1982, Basquiat began working at the studio space art dealer Larry Gagosian had built below his Venice, California home. In LA, he frequented the Whiskey A Go-Go and Tail of the Pup, accompanied by his girlfriend, a then unknown singer. Gagosian recalled, "Everything was going fine. Jean-Michel was making paintings, I was selling them, and we were having a lot of fun. But then one day, Jean-Michel said, 'My girlfriend is coming to stay with me.' So I said, 'Well, what's she like?' And he said, 'Her name is Madonna, and she's going to be huge.'" I'll never forget that he said that. By the mid-1980s, Basquiat was earning $1.4 million a year, and he was receiving lump sums of $40,000 from art dealers. Despite his success, his emotional instability continued to haunt him. Despite attempts at sobriety, Basquiat died at the age of 27 of a heroin overdose at his home on Great Jones Street in Manhattan on August 12, 1988. Basquiat's art focused on dichotomies such as wealth versus poverty, integration versus segregation, and inner versus outer experiences. He appropriated poetry, drawing, and painting, and married text and image, abstraction and figuration, and historical information mixed with contemporary critique. Since his death, Basquiat's work has steadily increased in value. In 2017, Untitled, a 1982 painting, sold for a record-breaking $110.5 million, becoming one of the most expensive paintings ever purchased. Though we can't help but wonder what masterpieces we were cheated out of by his death, he created more work in 10 years than many artists do in a lifetime. Let's explore his style and hope I do him some justice in my Madlib. First of all, I would just like to state that there's a couple of reasons why this Madlib is kind of special. One, it uses the word soliloquy, which is a word that is far underused in my opinion because monologuing has kind of taken over the whole idea of a soliloquy, and I love the word soliloquy. But also, I don't know if you know this, Brent, this is the very first Madlib that we ever did together. Just like playing Madlibs. Yes, this is the first Madlib we ever did together. And I remember it very vividly because the answers that I wrote, because I was reading it to you, and the answers that I wrote, they're still in my handwriting in your Madlib book. And I remembered the answers. And I remember there was one line that was so funny. I remember we were laughing so hard at that one line.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, so it's kind of special. This is our very first Madlib we ever did.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so the Breakup soliloquy. This isn't working out. Isn't it cool?
Oh, yeah. And now it's cool because you can see like the paint on the wall. And it's like the paint on the wall has really not a lot to do with this character. It's like they just painted this wall over. Maybe it had graffiti on it and they like painted it over.
Right. And then they put graffiti on top of the patch to fix the graffiti. It's pretty cool. I just love the style of this. I thought it was a really interesting, it's just an interesting picture. It's just in general.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed blessing with you and getting to crash you.
Okay. Is he passing him a vape?
It kind of looks like it. It's passing a vape. That's the blessing. The new sacrament is the passing of the vape.
Enjoy blessing you.
I don't know what to call them. I'm not an art person. I mean, I am an art person. I love art in general, but I don't know like artistic terminology. I always called them the little doodads. But Basquiat was famous for all the little doodads in his drawings. It's just little random doodles of geometric figures and everything all over the place. And this I got so many of that whenever I did it. So it really understands like his sort of aesthetic. Wow. But we come from two purplish yellow, like a bruise, worlds and want different crawfish. And here are the two different crawfish that we want.
We got a purplish and a yellow.
And a purplish one and a yellow one. So there we go. We covered the bases.
I definitely love these stylized crawfish.
Yeah, they're extraordinarily stylized. They look like they're made out of like pieces of other things that were sort of glued together.
They're just like random crap. And, it's like he had two of these bins that look like heads. And he's like, those look like faces. What can I do with that? Oh, yeah.
I'll just draw eyes on them, and I stick something underneath, and then I'll take these I don't know what they are. These round things that had something else. Or actually, the ones in the yellow, they look like the ones. The ones on the yellow at the bottom, and actually one of the purple ones also. They look like those Christmas decorations that are fake candles turned upside down.
Or like there's a certain kind of magic marker that kind of look like that too.
Yeah.
Because like
with the tip. Yeah, the tip is rounded like that. Yeah.
Part of the thing about it that makes it seem so weird is that it's its uniform color. But if it wasn't painted over, it would probably look like something very normal to us.
Absolutely. For instance, I want a family. You want a spoon.
Okay.
Weird ass dog head.
Is that like a cocaine spoon or something? I don't know. It's really weird. I can't tell if it's really big or really small.
Yeah. Yeah, because the background kind of messes with you. It's like you can't tell if you're holding it really close or if it's just huge. It's standing up in the hallway. I want a rude career, and you want to sleep with your scorpions.
Oh, that's so much better than it could have been.
Trust me, I know. I did not get the horrifying imagery that I kind of wanted to get from that, but this was actually pretty cool. And I have no idea how it got that out of that prompt, but it's just a strange
the sleep,
thing.
Those
yeah, he's in pajamas. He's in pajamas.
And then, it's a platypus basically. I mean, or an aardvark, or whatever.
Yeah, you know what?
MidJourney can't
you know what?
make.
You're right. I didn't actually try to get pictures of scorpions, so I don't know if MidJourney just doesn't know how to make scorpions, because that's a possibility. Because it certainly doesn't know how to make platypus or an aardvark. I like to chew with my friends, and you enjoy soggy evenings at home with your collection of clothes. He's so soggy, he's sinking into the bed.
Or is that just a big pile of clothes?
Oh, it could be a big pile of clothes, you're right, because he's staying home with his clothes and just sort of sinking into them. But also like the sogginess of the whole thing feels wet, you know? Like I feel like everything, yeah. It's the blue, but it's also how everything looks like it's dripping. You know, everything is running slightly.
And then on the shelf behind him, there's two things that look like they could be fish or parts of fish. Mm-hmm. And then the window's got that blue color that could be sky, or he could be underwater.
And then he's got a framed picture of Baymax there. You hog the bandit, you hate giggling, and you barely tolerate my cow. Just another weird thing.
You know, if you hate giggling, I could see where that would be.
Yeah, that would definitely be a problem if you wanted to be friends with me. If you didn't like to laugh, you don't want to be friends with me, because I'm going to try to make you laugh.
Despite yourself.
So what this made me think of, and is one of the reasons why I put it in there, because as soon as I saw this weird, big kind of guy with something on his chest, and then a smaller guy riding behind him, it made me think, Master Blaster rules Bartertown. Do you even know that reference?
I don't.
Oh, darn. My joke fell on deaf ears. Let us know in the comments if you recognize that reference, because that was the joke that was in my head when I saw this, and apparently it fell on deaf ears. It's from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Who rule Bartertown? Master Blaster rules Bartertown. Anyway, it made me think of Master Blaster, so let's move on. You don't squeeze my family, and you even think I look hideous in my favorite dinosaur.
Wow. I think you look a little hideous in your favorite
I think you look hideous too. Yes, definitely hideous.
That looks more like an Inuit orca.
So this makes me think this is like a wrestling team.
Tlingit. It's really cool, though.
Yeah, but it makes me think this is like a wrestling team. You know? Like a Mexican wrestling team.
Like luchadores.
Luchadors. Yeah. And you also think that my haircut is pregnant.
Well, it does look like a bird may have laid some eggs.
I thought it did a really cool job of making it actually look like there is paint smeared on the back of her head.
Yeah, and there may be a few pieces of other things just kind of shoved into the mix too. But still, yeah. It looks like a nest.
It does. This just won't do. I deserve better. I deserve Clay Aiken. I don't know who this is, but it's not Clay Aiken.
It's a kid who's playing Clay Aiken for Halloween.
Right. In this case, it's not me. It's you.
Oh.
I really, really love this. Because this is an interesting sort of idea of... Because it's obviously the same face. It's the same person. But it's split down the middle. And one is very plain. And one is like super abstract. So it's like this sort of I don't know, that's competing ideologies inside one head.
Yeah, it makes me think of ADHD.
It made me think of Pink Floyd album covers. Division Bell is a very similar album cover. They're just facing each other. Yeah. It also does look like it's constructed. Like it's something that was constructed and put together. Like it's physical. It doesn't look like a painting. That's it. Are you ready for some honorable mentions?
Sure.
All right, here's number 1. This is I've enjoyed blessing with you and getting to crash you.
So are these like crash test dummies?
Yeah, they could be, or they might be like prophets of some kind, or religious people, because they talk about blessing each other, and they have like the light coming from their heads. Of course, their eyes are really weird.
To me, they definitely seem more like facsimiles of humans.
Yes, they look robotic almost. You want a family, or I want a family, and you want a spoon. For some reason, this gave me Harry Potter vibes.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's the jewelry, it's the outfit, it's the backdrop, and it's the thing that he's holding that doesn't look like a spoon. It looks like some sort of magical implement. You know what I mean?
It could be a she as well.
It could be a she. It's very androgynous. You hog the bandit, you hate giggling, and you barely tolerate my cow.
Wow. So it took Hog to the next level.
Yes, it
turned
did.
the bed into a hog. He clearly is not giggling. And, though I don't know if I'd giggle either, because that thing looks sort of scary. Unless it's just a fake bed.
Now, see,
actual.
I don't see it as a bed. I see the hog as like Super Hog, and he's riding on his back, and they're flying through the air.
Kilowatt.
Same thing. But it went with the whole bandit theme this time.
Yeah, it's very. You definitely got some Kill Bill vibe there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could easily be a character. I'm trying to think of a snake they haven't used.
And that is the end of my Madlib.
Oh well. I guess I won't lament too much. That just means that I get to show you mine.
That's right. But first, we have to learn how to do something from ChatGPT's expert instructions.
I think we should have come up with a rating system for this.
ChatGPT, how do I choose the perfect gift?
The act of giving gifts is baffling to me, but I also don't understand many things about human behavior. Even so, here is some advice on the subject. Create a gift wheel with a variety of outrageous and unrelated gift ideas. Blindfold yourself, give the wheel a good spin, and choose the gift it lands on. It doesn't matter if it makes sense, it's the thought that counts. Order a personalized traffic sign with your recipient's name on it. Why? Who knows? It's a completely random gift that will leave them scratching their heads. Wrap a small, everyday item like a stapler in multiple layers of boxes and add clues that lead to more boxes hidden around your city. The final clue should be to the actual, unexciting gift. The suspense will be the real present. Find a small, battery-operated device that produces the most inexplicable and annoying noises possible, like a combination of animal sounds, car alarms, and alien transmissions. Place it inside the gift box along with the actual gift. When they open the gift, their shock and laughter at the unexpected noise will be the true gift. Hire a professional mime artist to deliver the gift. The recipient will have to decipher an elaborate mime performance to understand what the gift actually is. Bonus points if they get it wrong. Tell your recipient you forgot to get them a gift, then produce a beautifully wrapped, empty box. Their confusion will be the real surprise. Gift wrap a large box with their dream gift on the outside, but fill it with something utterly unrelated on the inside, like a giant foam finger or a bag of potatoes. Watch their bewildered expressions as they unwrap it. And there you go. Now you can choose the perfect gift. You're welcome.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, thank you.
You don't think that's a good way to choose gifts? I don't know. Some of those were okay. I mean, the gift roulette thing was kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, that one wasn't so bad as long as you put good gifts on it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have a good starting point. Some of them, though, like, I don't know, the scavenger hunt for gifts around the city, that sounds kind of fun. Someone could do that for me. I'd enjoy that.
Stapler?
Yeah, maybe not a stapler.
You better make sure it's a cool gift, because I'm like, that's just mean. Oh, boy. But I guess now I'm going to take y'all to the land of makeup and glitter.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready to get married? So you literally just did a breakup, and I don't know.
And you're doing a marriage. That's weird.
Maybe one of the other people is getting married. Or maybe, one of the broke up couple. This is the next step in their progression. So I dance, and this is in the style of glam rock. Glam rock, short for glamorous rock, is a distinctive and flamboyant music and fashion movement that emerged in the early 1970s. It was characterized by a unique blend of rock and pop music, theatrical stage performances, and extravagant fashion. Here are key aspects of glam rock as an art style. Musical characteristics. Catchy hooks. Glam rock is known for its catchy and often anthemic hooks. The music frequently incorporated elements of traditional rock, pop, and sometimes even proto-punk. Glam bands. Bands associated with glam rock include T-Rex, David Bowie, especially during his Ziggy Stardust era, Roxy Music, Sweet, and Slade, among others. Number 2. Theatrical performances. Stage persona. Glam rock artists embrace theatricality in their stage performances. They often adopted elaborate personas, blurring the lines between fantasy and reality. Androgynous aesthetics. Many glam rock performers challenge traditional gender norms with androgynous looks, blurring the boundaries between masculine and feminine. Number 3. Fashion and style. Glitter and sequins. Glam rock fashion was marked by flamboyant and glittery clothing. Sequins, platform boots, and metallic fabrics were common. Makeup. Heavy makeup, including bold eyeshadows and lipsticks, was a signature of glam rock. Some artists embraced unconventional looks, often characterized by androgynous or alien-like aesthetics. Hair. Extravagant hairstyles, including mullets, shaggy cuts, and glam-inspired wigs were prevalent. Number 4. Artistic rebellion. Reaction to pompous rock. Glam rock emerged as a reaction against the perceived seriousness and self-indulgence of progressive rock. It celebrated a more playful and rebellious spirit. Youth culture. Glam rock was closely associated with youth culture and a desire to break away from established norms. It embraced a more inclusive and diverse audience. Number 5. The legacy. Enduring influence. The influence of glam rock extends well beyond its heyday. Its impact can be seen in the fashion, music, and attitudes of subsequent generations of artists. Here are some of the key artists. David Bowie, a key figure in glam rock. I just said that, didn't I? Bowie's Ziggy Stardust persona and androgynous style left an enduring impact. Mark Bolan of T-Rex. Known for his glittery and flamboyant fashion, Bolan was a leading figure in the glam rock movement. Roxy Music. Brian Ferry. Brian Ferry's Roxy Music incorporated avant-garde and glam elements, influencing the art rock genre. Freddie Mercury. Queen. Queen's theatrical performances and Mercury's charismatic stage presence were heavily influenced by glam rock aesthetics. Sweet, with hits like Ballroom Blitz, Sweet embodied the glam rock sound and look. Gary Glitter, a controversial figure, Glitter was influential in glam rock with his glam anthems and his glitter. Glam rock, with its emphasis on theatricality, rebellion, and the celebration of individuality, remains a crucial chapter in the history of popular culture, leaving a mark on the music and fashion landscape to this very day, if I do say so. But now I think it's time for you to enjoy Tygrr's Madlib in the style of glam rock. So I think that was an education.
I've always thought glam rock was fascinating, and I've been a fan ever since I was a kid, because I grew up listening to Kiss, and Kiss was considered glam rock, even though they were sort of a darker glam rock. They were still glam rock.
I looked that up, as a matter of fact, to see, is Kiss glam rock? And it says no. Technically, they are glam metal.
Oh, okay. Oh, so well, see, that's fine.
Wow. So that was interesting. They made that distinction. You're sure to find amazing dancing at wedding receptions.
Oh my God, that dress. And girl, you better have some underwear on if you're walking on that mirrored surface in that dress.
Right, that's totally what I was thinking too. But it looks like the whole entire floor is like this.
It does, like it's like silver, high gloss silver, crazy.
I mean, I'm sure it's very glam, but yeah.
That's why they're all wearing sunglasses.
Really, maybe so. So wild. Her dress looks a little crooked. I want to straighten it for her, and it looks like her nipple's just about to come out. There's something very special and nearby touching when the bride and Puddle have their first dance as husband and stick in the mud.
That's great. They look so happy running through the mud.
I like it because this is like, well, we could call it like neo glam or something, because this is clearly now.
Oh yeah, it's a very modern look of but still glamish.
Yeah.
I mean, his pants are shiny and his bow tie matches, which is very nice.
And this coat.
Yeah, the coat with the red liner around the outside. Yeah, it's very, I mean, the 80s, the style is very, his look, as far as his suit and everything, the color palette is very 80s in style. So,
but her hair color is something that
it's
never
something I'd
really
seen out.
was able to do until now.
Yeah.
Doesn't the father clown dance always bring tears to your tailbones?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why did I give you that word? Oh, that is horrifying. What is with those teeth?
No, you really think this could be very cute, and it is.
No, it is not. It is horrifying. The outfit is awesome, though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the whole thing is kind of crazy. And like, is this like a real beard? Like, I feel like they have done this stylized makeup and painted those teeth on his lips. Like that's not even his real teeth.
They have to have, because no one has a mouth like that unless they're deceased. And but the skin has peeled back, or they've cut their lips off.
And when the DJ starts playing long wedding classics, that's when the spacious fun begins.
How many headphones do you need, man?
Those are the bass ones. They go through his jaw. But I love it. This DJ has been around since the days of glam.
Yes, obviously.
Who doesn't love the chicken dance? Where you poke out your cheeks and flap them around.
You flap your cheeks around?
Puff them out and flap them around.
Oh, it's a chicken. It's a glam rock chicken.
I got nothing but chickens, no matter what I tried.
Well, at least this one's all glammed up.
That's so funny. Or there's the conga line, where you grab someone by the eyelids, fall in line, and snake around the sewer.
Oh.
And
Oh, that is not what I expected a conga line to look like.
It was so bizarre and weird and out of left field and nothing like any of the rest of them, which was basically just a bunch of people standing side by side in period-looking clothes. And then this came out, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah, this is completely off the wall.
It's like that island in Mexico with all the dolls hanging from the trees. The Hokey Pokey is great, too.
We all have that friend.
I just think this is so funny because this is like obvious. It's like this wedding reception at someone's house. And, you know, Uncle Joey finds a tutu and puts it on.
Puts it on.
Dude, and the Hokey Pokey.
That's so cute. I love that.
But this is like no hokey pokey that you've ever done. Put your right appendix in, put your right appendix out, put your right appendix in, and you relax it all about.
I'm scared. Oh, okay. It's just a picture of the Kardashians.
Or Nicki Minaj.
Yes. The color palette's more Nicki Minaj, pinks and blues, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wow. But it was just so weird. I was like, okay. And most of the rest of them didn't really give me that much. Though one of the pictures made in the honorable mentions, but for a different reason.
Okay.
Yep. Wedding receptions are where it's at. Just don't get so caught up shaking your groove hammer.
Groove hammer? Oh my gosh. Now that could be like, that's also, well, I mean, it's... Sorry, let me say that statement over. Oh, wait, I just noticed a hand.
Yeah. I'm going to put a black circle over that.
Just don't look at that part. The rest of it's kind of cool. It's like a couple that's screaming maniacally for no reason on a boat. Going really fast. Because it's blowing his hair back, right? But it's not blowing her hair back, which is really interesting.
Or maybe his hair's just like that.
Or, yeah. Oh, that's true. Maybe he just styles it that way. The Tim Burton look.
It's very weird, for sure. Yeah, wedding receptions are where it's at. Just don't get so caught up shaking your groove hammer that you forget to eat a productive piece of wedding foxhole.
Oh, I don't want to eat wedding foxhole. Oh, I really don't want to eat wedding foxhole. This is like a music video from like a glam rock band of like the early 80s where they're in space.
Yeah. I didn't really get anything much from this prompt. Just a bunch of random wild stuff. So I just picked the coolest.
Yeah, that's wild. It's wild.
And now it is time for a bunch of wonderful, honorable mentions.
Oh, that's very David Bowie up in the top left.
This one is just too freaking hilarious. It took it quite
like,
literally.
Right?
Special and touching when the bride and Puddle have their first dance with husband and stick in the mud, and he's holding the stick.
And they're in the mud.
Yeah.
And she's, I guess you can call that dancing. It kind of looks like she's just sort of falling over, and he's trying to hold her up.
She might be wrong, but you know.
That's possible too.
Oh, and doesn't the father clown dance always bring tears to your tailbones?
Oh, there's another one. Okay, this was not so scary, though. She's a little scary. Okay, no, she's scary.
Oh, when the DJ starts playing long wedding classics, that's when the spacious fun begins.
It's beginning!
Oh, this wedding dress looks like it's made out of, like, t-shirt material.
Or t-shirt, or yeah, jersey material. And then his suit looks like it's pajamas.
Yeah, it's really wild. And who doesn't love the chicken dance where you poke out your cheeks and flap them around? Gave me so much great art. So I didn't want to have to make us choose.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's cool. I love the sparkly one. And then the one that looks like the one that's like a dog dancing, and like
it's a dog.
it's like
he's doing the chicken dance.
Why a dog? song. That's so funny.
And the one with the guitar reminds me of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
like
I was thinking that too. You know what the one at the bottom left makes me think of? Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family.
Oh my God. Marsha's sitting from The Help, but yes. Oh, that's so great. Think about her for just a second.
Okay.
Because I zoomed her out.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. It's actually his hairdo. Oh, my God. That's so weird. Okay.
No, this is you put your right appendix in, you put your right appendix out, you put your
Oh.
right appendix in, you relax it all about.
Okay.
And I did 2 zooms of it because they epitomize glam rock.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So watch.
Okay. Okay. Glam rock all the way. Gotcha. Still there.
Look at their crotches.
Yeah, I've noticed.
They all look like ladies.
Yes. Okay. Some of them are no longer ladies.
And most of them are no longer ladies.
Most of them are no longer ladies.
It's like very interesting that they didn't really do a whole lot to change it.
Yeah.
But now it totally puts into question their gender. Even because the 3 in the middle.
Glam rock too. That was part of.
Yes,
Glam
that
rock
androgyny.
Too. Uh-huh.
You play around with, before even contouring, and they're not using any kind of special prosthetics. You're just not sure because of the ambiguity of the hair and the way that makeup is done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's very clever. I thought that was such a fun zoom out that I had to put that triple in there. That was extremely fun. I did have to work a little bit to get the glam look, and I really wanted to get it on some of those. I thought I did a pretty good job of giving y'all some glam because it definitely wanted to modernize it.
I'm sure someone has done it. If we've done it before, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But I'm sure someone has done a glam rock wedding, right? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? 2. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. What's it gonna be? A painting or a pile of poop? More times we get to spin the wheel this season. Yes, that's right. It's time to spin the wheel to find out what our themes are going to be in next week's episodes of MidJourney Madlibs. We are going to have 2 more spins of the wheel this week, and then next week we'll spin the wheel the last time to get our last art themes, and that's going to be the last 2 episodes of the show after that. It's fine. We'll be back in a couple months after that anyway, so don't you fret. But we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel right now. We're going to spin it 4 times, twice for me, twice for Ben. That's going to tell us what our art themes, not art themes, so what our word themes are going to be in next week's episodes. Here we go with spin number 1 for my first word theme. Couplets. I got couplets again.
So you
I'm okay
give
with
me
that.
the couplets.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like couplets. All right, and my second word theme. Seasonal. All right, so seasonal. We did winter last time, so we'll do spring this time.
Yeah, we won't be quite at spring. We'll be cold and miserable still, but
Yeah. Your first word theme for next week is a trip to the zoo.
which you had last time, correct? Or did I get it both times?
I think you got it both times.
Interesting.
And
I think I did.
your second word theme will be TV time.
And I know I got
You got
No,
TV
that was
time
on the
last
road.
time. No, you got TV time last time also because you were watching a YouTube video about like something about the history of America, and I got a very American themed Madlib because of that.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's okay. So that's interesting. So, I got seasonal last time, but you had couplets last time. So, 3 out of the 4 we're getting to repeat.
We're getting twice, yeah. Oh,
Which just
fine.
means
It's still fun.
Which means that we're more skilled at those because we've had
true.
practice.
That's true. All right, well, that's it. That's going to be our word themes in next week's episode.
Well, it is time for the Super Bowl in just a few days now. And, of course, we're filming this well in advance. So
Right.
making a prediction of who's going to win would be just completely off the wall. So I'm going to do it anyway. The Texans have made it to the playoffs. So they're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl and surprise everybody. And they're going to do it.
That'll be really great. And I don't know if he watches these videos, but if that does happen, Calvin, I know that would make you incredibly happy. Because he was a huge Texans fan. He said they always let him down.
I'm going to say the Vikings. So the Texans and the Vikings. So if we find out the Texans and the Vikings are going to be in the Super Bowl together, and I'm not even sure if they could even be there because of conferences and such. But if they do and they end up that way, I'm going to be shocked. And then I'm going to play the lottery.
Yeah, you absolutely should, because if we're calling it that early, that would be amazing.
But anyway, I guess we'll see you again next week, and we'll find out if my predictions were real or not. But we'll already know by now that whether they were real or not. So, wow, y'all might be thinking, he needs to tell us who's going to win the whole thing. So you'll just have to like and subscribe and, get those little reminders so you can find out on the next episode.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Like and subscribe.
The algorithm demands it.